U.S. game, I want to talk a little bit about that because I think all of us watching Algeria versus England, as much of a stinker as England had, Algeria is still a very dangerous team, and there's somebody that the United States needs to pay very close attention to, and that we're not going to walk over this team.
Algeria are a very serviceable team. There's no doubt about that. I think, though, my prediction for that game is going to be either 3-1 or 2-0 for the U.S. The U.S., I'm absolutely convinced, will win that game because moving on means everything to the United States and to these players. And I just think there's too much at stake. That team's too good. And you know what impressed me the most about the U.S. Was the leadership that Landon Donovan showed in the second half. Oh, yeah. It was absolutely superb in this Slovenia match. He took a team whose heads were bowed, down 2-0, going into the locker room, and he brought them back, and by dint and force of personality and example, drove them to what should have been 3 points. Yeah, and that says an awful lot. And that's the sort of people that you need. Where is that individual on the England team? There is not one. Well, in fact, I think it was Dempsey or maybe it was Cherundolo who said Donovan was the vocal one in the locker room at halftime. He's the one who said, "Hey, you want to go home? We don't even have to come out in the second half. If you don't want to come out and do it, go ahead, Brian."
I think his comment was, if you don't think we can come back from this, we might as well just go home now, or something along those lines.
Right.
Yeah, well said. That's what I said after every one of my divorce court mediations. But, I look, it was amazing to me. Look at Landon Donovan. He scored that was a beautiful goal he scored. But, beyond the goal, look at his movement off the ball. And even more than that, look at his set pieces, nothing short of superb. How crappy were England's set pieces? How rotten were England's corners? And I've actually seen this all season with Liverpool. Steven Gerrard should not be taking corners. Right. But he does.
And it's not just the ball, right? Because even they were mentioning today, how is it that Landon Donovan's set pieces have been so spot on, but, not just England, but everyone across the board seems to be juicing the ball about, 15, 20 yards past where they want to kick it. So it can't be just the ball.
No, absolutely. It's not the ball. You can't blame it on the ball. They've had enough time to adjust to it. If you can't get past, the first defender on the ball, you have no business taking any form of set piece and, squandering those opportunities because they do come few and far between. Now, England can hope that they bring that referee back that they just fired to give him a hand. Was he from Mali, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a disgrace. But, it's not going to happen. And as I said, I predict a 0-0 or a 1-1 on that game.